What's up, guys? It's Brad Gale again, coming at you with another live video here on Facebook from... Was it sunny today? Yeah, Melbourne. I was a bit chilly, that's why I got a jacket on. But hope your weekend was great. Happy Monday. It should be a happy day Monday. It shouldn't be, oh my god, it's Monday. Monday should always be a happy day if you love what you're doing. Today's topic, let's get straight into it. I do have a lot to cover. Today's topic is how to deal with haters. Now, it really comes at a perfect time because I've had a couple of haters recently and I've only been doing these Facebook live videos for probably a couple of weeks now. So I'm super excited, super jacked to, I guess, share with you the way I deal with haters and hopefully you can implement that into your life. If you're getting haters, firstly, that's a really, really good thing because it means you're heading in the right direction and people are starting to notice that and it really sort of exposes them as to... It reminds them that they're not strong enough or have courage and have enough courage to chase their dreams. So you're making them look a little bit bad, and it makes them feel uncomfortable. That's why they are hating. So, who are haters and how do you identify them? Haters could be friends, co-workers. It could be definitely people online, of course, in today's day and age or today's era. A lot of people are hiding behind a computer screen or a phone, and they're happy to hate because no one's going to find out who they are, really. If they're hating on a blog post, if they're hating on social media, hey, listen, good luck to them. Like, if they're not really strong enough to say it to your face, you know what? That shows a lot about them. So, and also could be family members, and as I said, people at work or even a spouse as well sometimes. So they're typical haters that could pop up in your life. Why do they hate? Now, I mentioned this before. They could be envious. They could be jealous. You make them feel uncomfortable. Also, you make them look bad, and it reminds them that they don't really have enough courage or ambition to chase their dreams. So, just because you go out and break the mold, there could be a lot of people that go, wow, okay, if he can do it, and if he can chase his dreams, and if he can actually achieve that, or he or she can actually achieve that, I'm going to look really bad, because we went to school together. Or, we used to work together. You understand what I'm saying? There's a really good story about the crab in the bucket. I'm not too sure if you heard this one, but if you put like one crab in a bucket, he's cool. He's just there chilling with his little pincers, and he's just chilling. But if you start adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 other crabs in that bucket, it starts to get a bit uncomfortable, and they go, you know what? I wanted to get out of the bucket now. So once one crab gets uncomfortable enough, and you can transition this into life. If you get uncomfortable enough, you're unhappy where you're at, you're not happy with your income, you're not happy with your relationship, all that sort of stuff, and you want to get out of that situation or out of the bucket, that one crab or that person tries to climb out of the bucket. And in doing so, the crab's trying to climb out of the bucket, but all these other crabs, they want to get out as well, and they can't stand it. So you can look this up. A crab that's trying to climb out of the bucket, the other crabs will absolutely rip their limbs off the other crab to stop him from actually getting out of the bucket. How funny is that? You can translate that in life. If you want to strive for something, if you want to have a goal or a dream, you want to go for it, there's going to be a lot of people that pull and drag you down. It's called the tall poppy syndrome as well. The tallest poppy gets its head chopped off. That's a bit of an old saying, but what else is there? Because you don't follow or share or want to have the same safe textbook life. Like you go to school, you get good grades, you finish school, you might get a car, you might go to uni, get a student loan, and then try and get enough education and beg for a job, and then you might, I don't know, after you rack up a student loan, you got a car loan, you might want to go buy a house. And then you get married, and then you have kids, and then you pay bills, and then you die. Just because you don't want to follow that textbook life, and a lot of people are conditioned to, look, it's not their fault, they're conditioned to do that. They will hate on you. Like, he's doing something different. I don't understand what he's or she's doing, so I'm going to hate on that. And I see it happen a lot in, even if, I don't want to really dive into like politics or religion and stuff like that, but if you see other cultures around the world, the people that aren't really personally cultured or professionally developed, they naturally hate because they don't understand the other culture. You might see a lady walking down the street with, I think it's like a hijab or something like that. and they only have their eyes covered. Oh, sorry, eyes revealed. And, people don't understand that, so they just start making fun of them or judging them and hating on them just because they don't understand their culture. When really, if they grew up around that culture and they understood it fully, then they wouldn't hate so much. So that's it. That's just a little tip there. Now, what else have we got here? So if you're getting haters, as I mentioned at the start of the video, it's a really, really good thing because you're heading in the right direction. You're just exposing them as to, I guess, not being ballsy enough to go for their dreams. Now, if you are getting haters, now here's a good example of a guy that probably has a lot of haters, but at the same time he has a lot of success. Now, Donald Trump, okay? Now, I'm just getting fired up talking about this. I'm just going to take my jacket off a bit. Donald Trump. So undoubtedly, he's successful. He's, probably a multi-billionaire. He's got his things together, got his stuff together, and now he's obviously the president of America. Now, he has a lot of haters for whatever reasons. Political views, maybe he's done some people wrong in business, I'm not too sure. But at the same time, he's got a lot of success, like a lot of success. So the question you got to ask yourself is, if he wasn't president, or if he wasn't as successful as he is, do you think you'll have the same amount of haters as he has now, or not really? Probably not, right? So really, if you sort of boil it right down, people are maybe a little bit jealous, a little bit envious that, a guy with a toupee can make more money than them. Does that make sense? Sorry, I have to throw that in there. And that's true. And you can apply it to anyone that's super successful. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all these, Warren Buffett, all these highly successful people, I'm sure they got haters. But if they weren't as successful, they would have a lot less haters, I can guarantee you that. Now, one of my quotes, and this is how you can deal with haters. That's the ethos and the reason why people hate, and who are the type of people that hate, and this is how you deal with haters. This is how I personally deal with them anyway. I'll start off with a quote. Don't let someone live rent-free in your mind. Don't let someone live rent-free in your mind because their opinion doesn't fund your lifestyle. Just remember that. Don't let someone live rent-free in your mind because their opinion doesn't fund your lifestyle. If you start buying or listening to other people's opinions of what you're doing, you're going to end up living like them. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you do. Yeah, cool. No worries. So, tip number 1. What you focus on expands. So get rid of them. Cut them out of your friend circle. Cut them out of your life. They probably don't hate you. They genuinely hate you. Maybe they're trying to protect you so you don't get hurt or fall on your face. So get them out of your life. That's really, really key. Now, also, you got to starve the distractions, starve the haters, and focus on what you need to do. That's really, really key. So if you're focusing on the haters, like, oh, who's hating me this week or this month or whatever, you're only going to give them more power. So what you focus on expands, right? So if you're focusing on haters, you're just going to get more and more haters. If you focus on what you need to do, your life path, your massive action plan, which I've spoken about in the past, and your disciplines, that's all you focus on. Not so much be results orientated. Just focus on the simple disciplines and just put the blinders on and go for it. Them haters, they'll just vanish. They'll vanish. And I'll tell you why. It's because if you ever, what's a good example? If you've played sport or typically, I love like throwing stuff in like a hoop or a bin, just like rubbish or whatever around the office here. If it's a really good shot, if you throw and go, oh damn, did you see that? Did you see that? And they go, oh no, do it again. And then you go to do it again, and because someone's watching you, you feel that they're watching you, and you feel sort of the pressure, and you go for the shot, and it's way off. You miss it, and then they think you're talking a bit of ish, right? That you didn't do it in the first place. But it's the same thing with haters. If you let them emotionally affect you, and you focus on that they're watching you, and you go for what you want to do, you're always going to have that in the back of your brain. Don't let them live rent free in your brain, right? So eliminate that. Go all in with what you want to do, and just don't look back. Just go straight for it. Because if you have that feeling of they are watching and you care what they think, you're going to fall flat on their face and they'll be the first one to tell you, I told you so. Okay? And the cool thing is, like, a lot of people are worried about what other people think, the haters. But the strange thing is, they don't really have enough balls to walk up to you and tell you what they think anyway in person. So why are you worried about what they think for? Think about that. If you're worried about what someone thinks of you, and this is all a story playing in your head, this isn't something they're telling you, they don't have enough balls to walk up to you and tell you, why are you worried about what they think in the first place anyway? That's just all a story in your head. I spoke about it in the most recent live post before this one. Also, so you start with your distractions, focus on disciplines that will lead to your results. Now, also, number 2 is show them love and smile. Learn to smile at your haters. If you show them love, there's nothing they can do. It just disarms them. They can walk up to you and go, hey, listen, you are the worst human being in the world. I effing hate you. And you could say, hey, listen, thanks for your compliment. I really appreciate that. And you just smile. And you nod and look at them. What are they going to do? They're looking for a reaction. Because you don't give them the reaction that they want, it's just going to piss them off even more. Excuse my language. You're going to pee them off even more so. Because they are looking for that, and they want you to get uncomfortable because they feel uncomfortable. Just smile, nod, thank you, I appreciate it. Now, number 3, never quit. Success is the best revenge. Success is the best revenge. So, as I say, if you follow your disciplines and you're focused on what you want to do, never quit. Because as soon as you quit, you're going to let them win. Never ever quit. Make it fun. Make it simple with a strategy. Get into a peak state and never quit. And because if you do, you're going to let them win. And once again, they're going to be the first ones to say, oh, I told you so. Come out smoking, come out drinking with us next weekend. Don't worry about it. You know, you're never going to be successful anyway. They're the type of haters in your life that you don't want to let win. Also, I guess a football game. That's a really good example, actually. AFL, soccer, NRL, American football, wherever you're watching it from around the world. When the game is super tight, like the scores are almost level, and you got the cheer squad that is absolutely grilling the other team. They're grilling them. But then that team hits the final point and they win. The cheer squad that was grilling them, gone. They shut up. Heads down, they walk out the ground. Why is that? Success is the best revenge. That's a really good example, I feel, that you could use that for. Last one. Haters are motivators. If you do feel that you are getting frustrated, you feel that you want to hate, never stoop down to their level, because that's really going to bring you down to their really low personal and professional level. That's the reason why they are hating, because they're not personally and professionally developed enough to be able to deal or even to go after their dreams. So haters are motivators. Channel that, use that, and turn that, I guess, frustration and I guess, you know what I'm saying, that feeling that you have is like, ugh. Channel that back into focus energy into your disciplines and go hard. That's it. Use the haters as motivators. That is tip number 4. So that's it, guys. If you did have any other tips that you'd like to implement or that maybe I've missed, put it down in the comments below. If this did add value, definitely like, comment, share it with someone, tag someone that maybe is a hater, just to get back at them a little bit. But how's my haircut? I got a new haircut on the weekend. Cost me like $20. Pretty bad, but not bad. Anyway, so learn to have fun with it, guys. Learn to be a bit of a goofball. Smile, nod, show love to all the haters and focus on what you need to do. Don't get distracted with them. That's it for me, guys. If it did add value, definitely like, comment, share, and tag someone. And let's all continue to be the absolute best version of ourselves. I'll see you next time.